Well, it's Saturday morning, sun is shining. I did a few passes with a power wash and degreaser last night. And I tell you what, when it was sprayed red originally, they did go to town on it. Everything was really well covered, everywhere. I mean, these were thicker grease. I've got them off. That's where a bit of the paint's come off on the underside there. But I think I might give it another couple of passes with the power wash transfer case. Wow, she's gleaming. I mean, some of this I thought it was wet still this morning. It's just a gloss sheen on it still. So plan is, I want to get these 4 back wheels off, get it on some chocks so that I can get in everywhere a bit better with a power wash. I'm struggling to get in, and it'll be easy to get in with the spray gun, to be honest. I don't want to do all 6 wheels because I don't like the idea of it being totally supported on just wooden chocks. At least I know the front wheel is still on, it's still fully supported. Wheel nuts on this side, on the left, are all anti-clockwise, and on the other side it's all clockwise to tighten. That's why these look like I'm doing them clockwise, but it's clockwise to loosen on this one. So, but the nuts are tight. Come on. Don't snap on me. It's a 3/4 drive breaker bar, 3 foot long. But it's not having it. Hang on. I've already cracked that one off. See to crack the others. So I hope you do crack. Not very easily, that's for sure. 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 studs. So I've got 40 studs to take off. Just there we go. There's that one. So I'm just going to loosen them all, then I'll jack it up and get the wheels off. I didn't get very far. Got all these cracked off, and then the breaker bar cracked. That's that one done. So, plan B. Right, this is plan B. Torque multiplier. Really handy when you've got some serious nuts to get off. I've already cracked all these, to be honest, just to make sure it was going to work. You do get a little handle with it, but the little handle wasn't still long enough. I've had to get the breaker bar on it to crack them off, but it should go now with the handle. Oh. And you just turn that handle and she gets them off. Spot on. So that's them just, they've all slackened. I've gone round them all on this wheel. Now it's just a case, jack her up, get it chocked, and then this wheel off. Now this back end's so much easier to jack up than the blooming front with it having no weight on it. Just want to get this under there. Get it dropped down, because I need the wheel to be only just off the floor really, because it's going to be a struggle to get it back on. A little bit higher, smidges higher. There we go. Drop that down. That's that one dealt with. I'll take the nuts off. So the back wheels up. Oh, I think it's loosened. Come on, back wheels up. Just need to get this pieced off. God, these things aren't light. It's still taking quite a bit. That's it. I think one rotation on the brake at this end is about a quarter turn on the nut. But because I've only got one socket that fits these nuts in a 3/4 drive, I haven't got 1.5 inch drive. I've got to do the whole thing with the torsion multiplier. I'm just cracking them all off now, and then I'll jack up this wheel. Looks like it's going to take about an hour a wheel. There she goes. Come on. Just get a bit looser. Then I'll put the handle on for the rest of the way. Once I've cracked them all. Right. That one. This one. That's it. Tell you what, this isn't easy. There we go. Oh. It's gone tightly. Because I was tightly done. Right, there we go. Last one. Top one, no, that's two. Top one and the bottom one. But just really tight. Solid on. Coming. Just touching the deck. Come on, that's it. Oh my God. It's up. Interesting point now I've got the wheel off. If you ever needed the hub off to change the brakes, I'll check the brakes. This one's missing something in there. I think that would have been like a locking nut to keep the hub on. But you have these holes, one on either side, and they're threaded. And you can wind in a bolt, wind them on each side, and as you wind in, it'll pull the hub off. So that's a handy thing to have on these trucks, because you'd have a right chew getting that hub off. You know, it's bloody massive. I'm on to the last wheel now. Well, it's taken some time, man, I must admit. It's hard work. Oh, but this side has been the easiest side so far. At least I started on the hard side. I'd rather start on the hard side, to be honest. Start on the easy side, you get lured into a false sense of this is going to be alright, and then you get to the nightmare at the end when you think you're going to be finished. So, nah, this is going okay. Once these wheels are off, I get in everywhere with a power wash and needle gun. Well, the needle gun's just finding like bits of rust and stuff. One off, any loose paint before I get in with the spray gun. Now the wheels off, I've much more clearer run at it. But it looks like it's Saturday now, so it's probably going to be a Sunday job by the time it's all prepped for paint. Most of the work's in the prep, to be honest, for a half decent finish. Oh. Come on. There we go. Oh. Now all the wheels are off, I'm just going around with the needle gun to get any bits of crud and stuff off and bits of loose paint. Going around with a scraper and in all the little nooks and crannies and the needle gun, trying to get the thick grease and any rusty spots off. I'm going to give it one more soak over, then put some of this chemical on to get it all the little bits of grease that are left, like crusty stuff. I've had to scrape the crust off, and it should bring it up nice and shiny once I've power washed it for the last time. You know, get this bit, it's like a, you know, it's just like grease and dirt and oils over the years. So spray it all up and it should come off fine. See, I haven't done under there. Look what it used to look like, you know. Oh, it was all like this and then shiny. So it is that, I don't know what you call the chemical stuff. Oh, there's the bottle over there actually. Let's go and see what I've used. That stuff. Ultra concentrate Swarfager or something. And it's done alright. Tough products for tough jobs. It's done alright anyway so far. Just applying the this degreasy stuff. Degrease at the few little areas in there. So make sure it's all going to be spot on for paint. There's a few bits grubby left in the depths of there. Little bits here and there. I'll never get it all, but I'm going to try and get as close as I can. You know, just get the thick off. Can't go much further than that. I've even uncovered places where the red's not even at, and the red is pretty well done, to be honest. So yeah, right, Sunday morning, sun is shining, time to get some paint on. I've got it just here sat in a bucket of hot water to make it a bit thinner, because it is like treacle, this stuff goes on brilliant. Yep, new application gun. That just goes straight in the top of the, take off the plastic cap, goes straight in the bottle, and attaches to the air compressor. Easy, quick, simple to use. I'm going to do all the awkward bits first, so you won't see much progress first on because I want to get all the awkward stuff done and then jump onto the easier stuff that everybody can see. There's me thinking the front is going to be the worst part. All that, and then you get to the back and it's all this. It's really all our.
But I own it, no stranger to the moment. You won't make me feel alone. You see that I'm broken, not trying to fit into your molding. I'm better off alone. I'll disregard you in the summer. I'm not calling out for you.
Like 8 tins gone, so I'm going to need some more. It's kind of hard to see with the sunlight on it, but it's getting there. I've got a few touch-ups here and there, but I'm kind of to sort of here, and then underneath the same with the axles. I'm underneath. I've got the insides done pretty much. Just a few touch-ups here and there, but then I've run out to do the outside bits. So I'm going to get another 8 tins, I think, to be honest, because they'll come in. They're going to come in for when I do all the chassis under the cab and everything like that, you know, they'll not go amiss. They're very handy. But I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. That big red transfer case, now black. So it'll look well with the wheels back on. I'm also going to do the inside of the wheels. I've needle gunned the wheels. These wheels over here. Needle gunned inside. I'm going to spray the insides and the backs black as well, just for a bit extra protection. No. Let's get them.
But if you're standing with me, but don't hold on to the fire till it burns you to the ground. Are you famous or outspoken, or just trying to live in the moment? Does it make you feel alive? And I'm trying to let you fake it your own way, but in time your mountain will crumble down, and it will make you feel alone. I'll disregard you in the summer. I'm not calling out for you.
Right, that's all the back blacked out now. Over the moon with it, how it's come along. It's looking mint. It's going to look class with the wheels back on. Everything's done. I've gone over any little bits as well that I've missed. I've done the insides of the back of the wheels without painting where it actually bolts onto the hub, because you're not supposed to paint the hubs or the backs of the wheels. But yeah, no, over the moon. Right, let's get these wheels back on. These wheels weigh a pound's ton. I'm really careful with them. I don't want them to fall over because they'll be a nightmare to pick back up. That's the challenge. You know, I've saw people use this as a trick, so I'm going to try it out. Sort of pick it up and on. That ain't gonna work. That was a waste of time. How do we get this one there? Tell you what, a little bit high. Let's see. We're going to stay. It's a little bit high, this jack. We'll lower it smidges. Still got the chocks underneath. In fact, I'll put a couple more there just in case. So it won't come too far. But it only goes as far as the jack, which is about an inch and a half. That looks alright. A bar. That's what I need. Oh, that works better. Get on, you bugger. It's catching on the back lip of the drum. I have to lift the whole wheel up and over. There you go. There we have you. And now I need to take that jack up a bit. Wheels off the deck there. Come on. There. She's onto the hub. I'm just going to rotate it round so the wheel nuts line up. That's it. Oh, she's on. She's on. Just all the nuts to put back on now. Right, last one. Where's my bar? There it is. We're nice and high. God, it's in. Got the technique now. Oh, I would have said that. That's a little bit high. It's a smidges high. We'll drop that down with smidges on the jack. About there, looks good. That's it. She's onto the hub. I'm just going to rotate it. Nah, it needs to jack up because the tyre's on the floor now. Nearly. Ooh, there. She lines up. Nice. Nice. So nuts on. So on this side, passenger side, where's my WD-40? I'm just going a bit WD on them. Some people use copper grease, I don't know, there's all kinds of, everyone's got their own method, but I'm just doing this just to let them go on a little bit easier because the old paint on the thread's still there. And these on this side's obviously reverse threaded. It's getting them on without cross threading them. You know, they are going on so good, but so far there'll always be one bastard. Like that one. There we go. Come on. There's another awkward one. That looks alright. Let's go and find on that next one. Fine. Fine. See, I'm only getting like half a turn on them before I get tight because they're not the best threads. Well, paint coated threads. That awkward one. Let's try this different nut. There, she's on. Now, before I nip these more, I want to just double check that they're not cross threaded. So I can just put this on, and if I can get a turn on these, easy, and I know they're definitely not cross threaded. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. And I've just noticed on the side of some of these, well, it must be all the nuts on this side, there's a little L stamped in. There's an L stamped in on the side. Left hand thread. You wouldn't know it was there unless you were looking for it, unless you knew. I had a DAF T244 last time, and that was the same setup as this, which is why I know about the left hand thread malarkey on this side. And that had the L stamped on the end of the stud, which was a bit easier to find, to be honest. Now when I was taking these off, I snapped the only 3/4 drive breaker bar I had. So I'm having to use the torque multiplier just to put these on, which takes a bloody lifetime. I want to do the bottom one first to pull that bottom tyre in. I've got to remember, go anti-clockwise. But these things are brilliant, like. They really are good. I thought it looked a bit Mickey Mousey sort of thing before. I've seen them in the past. I thought, nah, they can't be that good. They're coming out. I borrowed this one off the next door neighbour, but I am definitely going to have to get one to go in the onboard toolbox, because I will never get one of these wheels off without this. And I have got a torque wrench that I'm going to be getting just to torque all these up to the right spec, which will probably be something ridiculously high. And I'll need a breaker bar, probably, like a torque bar, probably about 5 foot long. But so one turn on the big handle is only a 1/4 of a turn on the nut. And it's the gearing in here that gears it down so much and gives you the torque you need. Come on. There, that's that one. Up. Now it's going to go all the way, opposite corners all the way around. Then nip them up with, take the handle off, put the breaker bar, the smaller breaker bar on, and give it that half a turn until I can get the torque wrench. Whew. That's the last wheel on. Tight, ready to be torqued up. Just letting this jack down. And there she goes. small but mighty bottle jack. Rated at 10 ton. But to be honest, it struggles lifting the front. And it'll struggle lifting this with the back on. So I always have to upgrade. And that's it, the wheels are on. But as I say, like 90% of this is going to be covered. It's just a good weather protection while I can get in at it. You know, I'm going to have all my side lockers. It's going to go straight up into the train carriage. I'll just say that I'm going to have to have a big wheel arch here. So you will see in that section. You'll see the back axles. But all in all, over the moon with it. Looking good.